A simple, easy, affordable, and great RPG for introducing to kids. Today we are going to talk about Tiny Dungeon.
Welcome everyone to Tapos and Contra Capas, this beautiful and wonderful channel that today aims to talk about Tiny Dungeon. A really cool little RPG translated and brought to Brazil by Retropunk.
Which turned out to be a really nice surprise. I bought this game because I saw a friend bring it home and recommend it, and then I got curious. I decided to get one for myself too, and I started taking a look at it, and I was impressed with how easy, how simple it is. Everything you need, right, is inside this little book here, this A5 booklet with 120 pages. Everything you need is in here. The rules section ends on about page 20 or so. After that, it's just supplementary. So how to create a character, like the options to create a character, which isn't something you need to know everything about. You can open the book as you go and see. The master section, the narrators, which gives you options on how to create an adventure, and also monsters, traps, optional rules. So it's the core book plus a supplement, all in that little compact book. Their rules are very simple, okay? It's something really easy for you to learn and pass on. Every test you do, you will roll two six-sided dice, 2d6. If you have an advantage in that test, like an ease or a special skill, there's something specific that lets you do it in an even easier way. It's going to be 3d6. If you have a disadvantage, which is something that makes life harder for you, only 1d6. If you roll a 5 or 6 on any of these dice, you rolled any one. It doesn't have to be on both, all three, or anything like that. On any of these dice you rolled, hit 5 and 6, you passed that test. This will apply to general tests during the story of opening doors, hiding, running, deceiving people. All these general things, like for attacks, defense, and death test. Any test you do follows this logic. During combat, it's also quite simple. You have the defense test when you're attacked, which is the same test I just talked about, and the attack is also the same way. When you attack, you deal 1 damage. If you take an attack, you lose 1 life. It doesn't matter what weapon it is. They decided to simplify here. No weapon tables with damage by weapon and dice, that stuff. Got hit, 1 damage. Delivered a hit, 1 damage. Is that easy? When creating your character, it also tells you what types of characters you can make. If you're going to make a human, a fake, an elf, a bear man, which I found really cool, a bear man, or then a lizard or a dwarf, and everything else, all of these have a page here for each one, and it already tells you how many hit points you start with and gives you a trait of your character. A trait is basically an advantage your character has, a characteristic they possess that will help you in some things. There's also a list with a bunch more traits for you to personalize. Give that little tweak to the character to make it more to your liking and not look so much like other people's characters. The master's part is also quite simple. He basically gives you a guide on how to lead the adventure, how to direct the game as it's happening, and also gives you some micro scenarios, which are setting options for the adventure to take place. There's also the part about monsters, the opponents you'll put in combat, which are as simple to create as the characters, sometimes even more so. And he even explains how you can create your own. He gives you a huge list, and yet he still explains how to create your own, so you have the freedom when setting up that adventure. And again, all of this in this tiny little book here I found very good. I haven't finished reading it yet, just skimmed through it. I haven't read the full text, but I already find it a really cool RPG to introduce to people because it's very simplified and very fun. And I think it has great potential to show to children because the rules are easy. Anything you need is right here, easy to find. It's a language. No, it's a very simplified and straightforward language. So it's really cool to bring to the table to introduce to people who have never played, even if they are younger, newer, and if by chance you like this approach of discovering easier and more accessible RPGs to introduce to more people. Last week I made a video about Everybody Loves Z that's right up here. Just click to check it out. It's a very fun RPG. And the video below was recommended by YouTube for you. And I'll see you in the next video, folks. See you later.